in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I don't know what it is, but it's phenomenal.
All right, people, we're going to try something a little different today.
I cannot solve your problem, sir. Only you can.
Am I missing something?
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Don't mess with the bull, young man. You'll get the horns.
The reality is humans are humans are humans, and that's never going to end.
No, I do mind. The dude minds. This will not stand.
It's a big, big deal.
Hello. You speak English, sir? Parlo usted inglés?
60% of the time, it works. Every time.
I've done the math on this. We've talked about it on this show before. That's a fact.
You'll learn a little something about yourself.
That's us, dude.
That's why we're radio show hosts.
That's right.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad.
Let's do this.
Discussing issues that matter to you. Finding real answers using logic and reason. KLZ 560 presents Rush to Reason. Now, here's your host, John Rush.
And I'm your host, John Rush. Rush to Reason, KLZ 560. John Rush, Dan Meurer, Cassie George. Facebooking away, Dan.
She's good. She types really fast. You ever notice that?
You know,
Boy, the links are up there. She types
comes
fast.
With being a millennial.
And we got to do more of it because as I said earlier in the last hour, it's been proven that because of things like social media, i.e. Facebook, which some of you out there may be thinking, why do you guys waste your time with that? Well, here's one reason why. Donald Trump.
True.
Donald Trump won the last election single-handedly by dominating social media.
That's a fact. It's undisputable. It's undisputable.
Facebook, Google, Twitter, between those three, he literally cleaned house on Hillary Clinton. And what's interesting, Dan, is his, what did I call it? The director of, digital director?
Digital director.
The digital director guy is already working on the next campaign.
Yeah, and it's about time the Republicans do this. We know.
Ahead of time?
Let's see, it's November.
So see, he's 3 years ahead of time, right? Or 2 years, basically, at
Yeah,
this
and
point.
we never do that. We never just turn right around and start campaigning again. The left does it all the time.
Well, he is now.
Matter of fact, they start campaigning again before they lose the last election.
So
just always campaigning.
Anybody that would be out there saying that Donald Trump is dumb,
I don't think so.
think again.
Okay, John.
Dumb people
do
don't
not
hire guys like
no,
that.
but dumb people do not become billionaires even by mistake.
I know, Dan.
Even if you totally disagree with the person, they're
but
not
Dan,
an
Dan,
idiot
Dan.
to become a billionaire.
And he got all that money handed to him.
What, was it 10 million, 5 million? What was
I
it?
don't know.
It's a pittance compared to billions.
I thoroughly agree. Speaking of guys with a lot of money,
Yeah.
Kurt Rogers, our Monday Mortgage Minute. What's going on, Kurt?
Speaking of the money, that's pretty good. You know, you just came back from Hawaii and you walked right into a nice little fall winter.
Yeah, you know, and this is the stuff that helps pay for the Hawaii trip, so that's okay. We're okay with that.
How are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you doing? How's your weekend?
My weekend was just fine.
So,
70 degrees before the snow, so you got
Yeah,
a chance to get
not
all that
bad.
yard
Can't beat it.
stuff. And,
It was nice.
Actually, I know before I left on vacation, we talked about, second home purchases, things along those lines. We kind of got into the details of that. When it comes to just a regular mortgage, people are out there saying, geez, this is one of the most expensive. And I heard somebody today, and I want to make sure that I say this, Kurt, because I'm a big believer in home ownership. And I don't look at your mortgage as an expense. I look at your mortgage as an investment in something that if you do it correctly should bring back tenfold if you do it right. Am I correct?
I completely agree with you. It's an expense in the fact that you're spending the money, but it's money that's like being put into a savings account that's going to turn around and come back to you with some added interest. It's
right.
Basically tax-free.
Provided you buy the right house, have the right mortgage, and do the things that work in your benefit, which I'm assuming, Kurt, you at Affordable Interest Mortgage can help with.
Yeah, what we try to do, and we've talked about this before, what seems to be happening lately is people are saying, okay, I don't want to do a 30-year. I want to do a 27-year.
Okay.
I'm going to refinance it, or a 23-year. Instead of going back to that 30 years and paying all that extra interest, they're still able to lower their payment, lower their rate, and not extend their term.
Got it.
That's becoming quite popular. The banks have learned that, and it benefits the client quite a bit.
Okay. All right. Any Any downside to somebody doing that versus taking, say, a full 30-year and lowering the payment down?
No, it depends on what you want to do with the money, because sometimes you could take that money out. For example, a commercial that I have on your show is I talk about people that are taking the money out to either pay off some higher interest rate debt that they've accumulated or to get ready for Christmas, so they don't have to put Christmas on credit cards. They can just pay it off, because the interest on your home in most cases is tax deductible.
Mm-hmm. Good point. Where the credit cards are not. They were at one time, but they're not any longer.
No, they're not.
And they should be once again. Just saying.
Yeah. Used to be interest expense across the board was deductible, but they killed that.
Did.
It's been a long. I may say I made it sound like yesterday, but I don't know, 20 years ago
No,
or so,
it's been
Kurt,
quite
they
a
killed
while.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, how do folks get a hold of you, Kurt, if they want to know about you, what you can do, your services? And we should highlight this as well. You are much like Michael Bailey, our mobile estate planner. You are like the mobile mortgage planner. You'll meet them somewhere else, right?
I was actually up in Brighton this morning at 9 o'clock for an appointment with a client, so yes, I will.
There we go. All right. How do people get a hold of you?
720-895-0500, or then go to our web at aimortgage.net.
Hey, Kurt, real quick, what do you got coming up on Haystack tomorrow at noon?
Actually, we're going to be talking with a financial planner on what's happening in the stock market and how to protect your money without spending more. There's just different things you can do to pay attention to what money you have in the market to be safe in case it decides to go south.
That's one worth listening to.
That'll be a
tune
good
in
show.
Noon tomorrow. All right, Kurt Rogers, Affordable Interest Mortgage. Thanks, Kurt, man. It's always a joy talking to you.